Well, hello and welcome to this very brief presentation. And I think it's one of the most important ones that I could probably share with you. Something that I've been using for several years to help my clients as a coach, counselor, and mentor is how to deal with trapped emotions. But it happens when we have a traumatic event. Now, think back with your own life for just a moment. There's been a lot of traumatic events. Maybe you had a lost loved one. You're in a car accident. Perhaps you had a serious operation. There's so many traumatic events that we've had in our life. Many of us have been traumatized over and over and over, and we still are dealing with those traumatic events that I call trapped emotions, even today as you listen to me. By the way, my name is Dr. Cecil Cockerham, and I've been in coach, counseling, and mentoring for, well, 25 plus years. And so I'm talking from experience that the fact of the matter is that we've all been involved with traumatic events in our lives. So let's not say we haven't, because we know we have. Did you know our physical bodies store memories of pain and trauma in our cells? Now, somebody that can also give you great information about this is the Oriental people. They have studied this many, many years, and they have discovered where many of these traumatic events, these emotions, are located in different organs of the body. So do your own research. In fact, I'm going to give you a lot of information here about, if you just listen to me, I'll say you need to research this or you need to research that, because I'll be honest with you, that's how you really learn. You won't learn everything you need to know just in this particular little short video clip. No, but it should give you some information to start an adventure into learning more about these things, these traumatic events called trapped emotions. And these emotions are trapped in our cells. They're memories, and these memories leave real physical imprints on your body. So go back to the Oriental folks. They know that they're lodged in our spleen or our liver, and so on and so on. Do your own research. They got some fantastic information. And this can have a negative effect on our physical health. Let me say that again. This can have a very negative effect on our physical health. Sometimes these negative emotions, these traumatic events, has now caused us to have these cellular memories that bring about problems physically. Now, here's an example in an article by Dr. John Sereno of the New York School of Medicine concludes that adult chronic pain, especially back pain, like originates from unhealthy cellular memory. In fact, many researchers like Dr. Lipton and Dr. Sarno postulates that the subconscious is much more powerful than the conscious. And let me say that again. This is important. See, these are two guys now that are giving you where to go to research, to get information about these things that we're talking about in this particular little short video clip. So that's how you learn. That's how I've been learning for many, many years. I read an article, or I just see somebody just post on Facebook, but they said one little thing, or they gave the name of a particular person. And I go now and start researching that person to find out more information. And I think it's a good thing because you can learn a lot. Now, there are rabbit trails, and sometimes you might get too deep into something, but trust me, I've learned a lot by doing that. So these are two guys that I'm going to share with you here that can give you much more information than I certainly will give you in this very brief presentation. Now, Dr. Leaf, Dr. Carol Leaf is another one. So she's another one's got some great videos, books that you can purchase that will give you information. In fact, the article went on to say here that changing the way one perceives traumatic events is often enough to shift the body from illness into health. I've got to state that one more time. Changing the way one perceives traumatic events is often enough to shift the body from illness into health. Wow, that is powerful. Now, I've highlighted a lot of stuff here that I thought was important. Our bodies hold an eternal memory of wholeness. Our bodies hold an eternal memory of wholeness. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says that God himself placed eternity into the heart of man. There's a lot of information that you need to study about the heart of man. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. His actions, or perhaps more importantly, his reactions that has caused very negative things to happen in one's life. Note that eternal memory has left a physical imprint on our body. That eternal memory of wholeness has left also that important thing from God himself, that we have been imprinted with the fact that we have wholeness is our gift from him as a child of God. Do your own research. Don't believe me, but you do your own research. Here's a quote I'm going to end with. Change your perception to an eternal awareness of your wholeness, not just health, but completely whole. So we should not be praying for healing. That's progressive. Healed is past tense. That means you possess it rather than going to get it. And that's a lot of difference between being complete in him from a standpoint from what God has done for us than religious healings that we're always going to get. Well, we don't have it yet, but I tell you what, we're going to go to church tonight and be prayed for, and then we're going to be healed. No, you already have been blessed in Christ Jesus with every spiritual blessing. That's Ephesians 1:3. So that's a past tense verb. I've been teaching past tense verbs for 25 years or more. If it's a past tense verb, it's something that's finished. It's a finished tense. And then added to that, Peter says in 2 Peter 1:3, you have been given everything for life and godliness. So what does that mean? Everything physical and everything spiritual, we as children of God already possess. We're not trying to go get it, because again, that's a past tense verb. You have been given. See, if you just don't learn anything at all from this really a quick little video clip, just learn one thing on me. Learn to read with the eye for the tense of the verb. If it's a past tense, if it's a past tense verb, it's a finished tense. So it's something you always just give thanks for, but you don't ask for it. Does that make sense? See, when you ask for something that you already possess, that's really anti. That's against what Christ has already said he's given us. Isn't that amazing? We really think a lot from an anti against what the scriptures have already said that we have. Isn't it amazing? So let's think from wholeness, not going to get it, but having already possessed it and then enjoy it and just walk in your blessing, because as Ephesians 1:3 says, you have already been blessed in Christ Jesus with every spiritual blessing. So I'm gonna close this out and stop the recording, so be blessed, because you already are.